It's Feffrey from across the sea. Loves candy canes and cheese sandwiches. He's as British as tea. It's Feffrey. Smiles every day, even though Christmas took his brother away. It's Feffrey.
Hello everyone, it's Feffrey. I'm guest hosting onefjef for the podcast this week because Jeff is busy. And I don't know why he asked me to do this because I don't know what I'm doing. And I can't play music. He said I can't play music, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Because it's been a long time. I've only ever hosted the one podcast many times ago. And I'm out of practice. That's the new one. That's happy, right? Hello. Okay. Oh, he did say this was episode 35 of his podcast. He said, make sure to tell them that it's episode 35 of the 1F Chef.
35 sits in a quietly interesting spot. Mathematically, it's a semi-prime combining two of the most symbol-heavy primes, often linked to the human body and the sacred or cosmic. Culturally, 35mm film became the standard format for cinema and photography, shaping the way most of the 20th century literally looked. Esoterically, 35 is sometimes read as a transition number, where the discipline and disruption of 5 meets the mysticism and fate of 7, marking a moment where personal will starts colliding with larger patterns you don't fully control.
Anyway, hello everyone, it's Feffrey. Do you remember me? From Christmas? It was many years ago, but Jeff played it on this podcast for Christmas this year, and people seem to love it. So he's very busy packing for... He's going to... Where is he going? He told me where he was going, but I forgot. It's the weather. No, we'll do the weather later. Jeff called me. He said, Feffrey, hello, Feffrey. Are you eating a candy cane? And I say, yes, of course I'm eating a candy cane. Of course. He said, well, take it out of your mouth. Listen to this. And he said, I am very busy because I am moving to... Where is he saying? And he was moving, and he said, Feffrey, I need your help. I need you to do the podcast this week. And I took the candy cane out of my mouth, and I said, all right. And then he hung up, and he didn't tell me what to do. He just said, do the podcast. So I don't know. It's been many years. I've gotten older. You've gotten older too, and we've all... Oh, there's still the sound effects though. Look at... there's a ship coming in, everyone. There's a ship. Look out. I wonder what... Is it bringing candy canes? Nope. There's a candy cane. Remember the candy cane song, everyone? The one thing that hasn't changed about me, Feffrey, is that I still love candy canes. I love them so much. They're the most delicious food in the world. But I have found that as I get older, if I eat too many of them, I can't sleep and I crap my pants sometimes. Ring-a-ding-ding-dong. I did tell you many years ago that my brother died because he choked on a candy cane. So people say to me, they say, Feffrey, why do you like candy canes so much if the candy cane killed your brother? And to be honest, I don't know. I think they had me see a therapist, a man, a British man. His name was Charlie, and I called him Mr. Charlie, and he said, maybe your candy cane liking is some psycho something about maybe I wanted to lick my brother or something. I said, what are you talking about? My brother didn't look like a candy cane. He just ate one and then choked to death. And he collapsed on the floor on Christmas Eve. And there's blood coming out of his nose. It was awful, but it's been a while, so it's not as awful. I mean, I haven't thought about it for many years, and now that I think about it again, I'm starting to get a little bit sad. Ding-a-ding-ding-dong, every time I hear that song, I get happy again. What else? There's that one. Oh, there's the sheep again. Bubby. Hello, Bubby. How have you been? Good. Have you been sleeping? Yes. What do you eat? Hay? What? Yes. Okay. Oh, Bubby, that's not appropriate. Oh, Bubby, I'll talk to you after the show. Yes. All right. At this point in the podcast, I would normally play a song, but Jeff says there's no music allowed in a podcast. Unless I'm singing it myself. Not right now, though. Well, what else am I going to... Oh, children. Do you like children? I feel like Jeff may have made a terrible mistake by asking me to host this, but, he seems to... We never found out last time who actually invented the candy cane, did we? I don't think we did, because I still don't know who invented it. Let's just see if... Call Ryan... I bet he doesn't answer. Nobody answers the phone anymore because if people have become afraid of it. But I think they're lovely. Oh, he didn't answer. Fine, blimey. It's Feffrey. We're trying to do the trivia game and you're not answering the phone, you flimey. That was unnecessary by me, but let's see. Let's try Colleen. Haven't talked to her in many a year. Here we go. Okay, here we go, everyone. And she's probably not going to answer, but it's... Nope, not going to answer the frigging phone. God damn it. See, there's people are ruining the podcast. I'm trying my best. But it's not... Hello? Oh, damn it. Well, we gave it a shot. 2 people, and again, this is when we'd usually play a song, but maybe I'll just sing a song now. Candy cane killed my brother. Candy cane, but not my mother. Candy cane, you're my best friend. Candy cane, it's time for the song to end. Ding dong. I think Jeff's going to be mad at me. I don't think he's going to be happy with this podcast. I haven't listened to his podcast. I tried to tell him, but he'd already hung up. He's very busy getting ready to move to, whatever. I don't remember where he's going, but he's moving. So he's got to pack up his candy canes and his, and all of his belongings, put them in bags, and then just, I guess, go in an airplane and fly. Excuse me, I burped. That's a candy cane burp. Tastes like Santa Claus. Oh, do you children like candy canes? Good. Children, look out for the big ship. I need one of children shrieking. And the weather today. It's been cold. So cold, you can't even believe it's still cold. One day's cold, the next day's cold. The day after that, still cold. Every day is colder than the next day. And we're all going to die. Just like me brother did. He choked on a candy cane. Going to take a sip of my tea. candy cane flavoured tea. I bought it at the store. When Jeff called me, asking me to do this, I said yes, but I hadn't really thought about it. I didn't think it through. I didn't think about what they call ramifications. I don't know that it's going very well. I don't know what Jeff had in mind. Like, what was he thinking? What? I don't know. Did he want me to have a guest on? I got the sheep. Where are they? Nope, not there. There they are. I got Bubby the sheep. That's all I got. Bubby and his friends. Put some cream on it, Bubby. You'll get that. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do this, and I don't know what you want, because you hung up on me before I even have a chance to say anything else. You're so busy. You're so busy, Jeff. You're going to go to whatever it is. And you don't even care about what your podcast, I guess. That's a good one. Oh, I like that sound. It's pleasing to my ears. Do you like it too? Oh, no, there it is. This is for phone calls, but nobody answers the phone. So what's am I supposed to do? I can't call me dead brother, because he's dead. And they don't have cell phones in dead. But I do think they have candy canes. I mean, there's still the one in his throat. I don't think they took it out. I think they just left it in there. Actually, I told them to leave it in there because I thought it'd be nice to have it in there for the rest of his time, slowly melting. Worms and bugs eating candy canes out of me dead brother's throat. I don't know. It's confusing for me emotionally. I'm going to have another sip of tea. I wish I could play a song because that really, it helped fill the time. But Jeff says no songs unless you sing them. So I guess I'll sing another song for you. Here we go. Oh, I like those nope, I just not. And I like the candy canes. As I like candy canes. Then I like those candy canes. And a brother died from a candy cane. That wasn't bad. Is it getting better, this podcast, or is it just getting worse and worse? Jeff said one time, he said, "You so good at the one podcast that you could do your own one sometimes." And I think it's failing. And I can't call him because he won't answer the phone. He never answers the phone when I call. Nobody ever answers the phone when I call. Because all I ever talk about is candy canes. That's what they say. We don't want to talk to you. You just talk about candy canes and sandwiches, cheese sandwiches. That's all you say. Well, you know what? It's good to have hobbies. What do you talk about all the time? You talk about, at least I'm talking about something, you blimey people. At least I'm answering my telephone. At least I answer my phone for you. If you called, all of you, I would answer the phone. Try it right now. I'll answer it. We'll talk about candy canes. Candy canes. Sorry, just got a little bit snippy with ya, but I'm gonna have a sip of tea and be right happy again. Hold on. There it is. Hello. Here we go. Everything's good now. Isn't that right, Bubby? Which one? Nope. There's Bubby. It's actually Bubby's clone. The original Bubby died. He didn't choke on a candy cane, but they ate him. They carved him up for me. I didn't get any of it, but he was chopped up. They cut his head off. All the white fur got all red with the blood spurting from his neck. And then they just chopped it into little pieces, and I guess they put in stews or something. So this is Bubby number 2. Sounds just like the first Bubby. It's not. It doesn't bother me because it just sounds. I just wish they would have given me I just wish they would have given me a little taste of Bubby number 1 because I knew him quite well. We had a nice little back and forth. And Bubby number 2, he's. Yeah, I know. You know. Oh, they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna eat him too, and they would shave him. Not like sexual shaving, just regular shaving for, like he's a sheep, because it's not like they only shave the genitals. They shave out the whole body, right? They shave everything. Is that right, Bubby? Yeah, he says that's right. Do you like being shaved like that, Bobby? Do you like it? You do. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yes. Oh goodness. Yes, I love you too. Yes, that's right. Oh Lord, I don't know how Jeff does it. I don't think that Jeff's going to call me again after this. I don't know that he's even going to play this episode on his podcast, because I don't think it's very good, as all I have said. It's good, Feffrey. You're having a great time. No, I'm not, Feffrey. Yes, you are, Feffrey. You're having the most fun you've had all week. What about the candy cane I had 2 days ago? Well, that was fun, but you're having the second most fun that you've had all week. Well, I suppose that's true. And what will you do after this then, Feffrey? I will go back to me flat and I will sit. I'll just sit there. And there's a picture of my dead brother there on the mantelpiece. And then maybe reach into the giant bucket of candy canes. But again, I want to be able to get some sleep tonight, because I haven't been sleeping. Because I eat too many candy canes and then I wake up and I shit my pants. That's how I know I've had too many candy canes, when it comes out all undigested through my butthole. But it's beautiful, actually, because it's candy cane colored and it smells lovely. One time I only ate candy canes for 2 weeks. 2 weeks after my brother died. All I ate was candy canes. And they said to me, Feffrey, you've got to eat something else. You've got to eat some real food, they said. And I said, well, candy canes are real food. What are you talking about? How is this not real food? They said, you need protein. And I said, I get everything I need from these candy canes. And you shut your stupid face up with your stupid other food. But then after 2 weeks, I had to go to the hospital because I collapsed. And turns out that I did need other kinds of things in my stomach aside from candy canes. You can't live on candy canes alone, is what the doctor said to me. Oh, he said there's a pigeon page, a Patreon. Attention, go to the Patreon page for the podcast and do what you do on there. I don't know what that's for. I wish you could come here and somebody would be here talking to me. This way it's not fair, because Jeff, he usually does it with other people, this podcasting. He calls up ringy-ding-ding-dong. Where's the... Wait. Ringy-ding-ding-dong. Ringy-ding-ding-dong. I say, hello. He says, hello, Feffrey. It's Jeff. And I say, oh, hello, Jeff. How have you been? It's been quite a while since we've spoken. And he says, shut up, Feffrey. I need you to do the podcast because I'm moving to... It's another place, moving somewhere. He says, moving to there, and I need you to do the podcast for me. And I said, well, what am I supposed to do? And he says, shut up, Feffrey. Just do it. Don't play any music, and don't talk about your dead brother too much. Well, I guess I didn't do that, but... And I said, well, do I get to... And then click, click. That's the dial tone ringing down. And then that was it. And now here we are at the end of frigging nightmare. Worst podcast of all time. Or maybe it's been the best. You be the decider. Because it's not up to me. If it was up to me, everybody would eat candy canes all the time until everybody was in the hospital convulsing because they didn't eat the right food. Because you can't eat candy canes for every meal, says the doctor and all the people. Don't eat candy canes. Why do you eat so many candy canes, Feffrey? Why do you eat them so many times? Because I like the way they taste. Doctor, Mr. Chucky, Wucky, whatever, therapy, you want to lick your brother, whatever. No, I don't want to lick my brother. I just want to eat candy canes in peace. Leave me alone. They gave me some pills at the clinic, And so I have to take those 2 times a day, and then I get very sleepy, and I sleep for a few hours. I wish I was better at podcasting. I wish I could be as good as Jeff is. I wish he would teach me. But what does he do? He just says, shut up, Feffrey. Just do the podcast and shut your stupid mouth. And I said, well, how am I supposed to do the podcast with my mouth closed? And he says, ha ha ha, very funny. You think you're so funny, Feffrey? Well, it's funny on this. And then he hangs up the phone. But I love Jeff. He's great. He's a great man. He's very good at podcasting, is what they say. I haven't listened to it, so I don't know. But this is what people say. They say he's very good at it. So, but I thought I would come on to this podcast and show him that I can do it, even though he's so mean to me. But I didn't do it. I failed, just like my brother said that I would. Before he choked on the candy cane, he said, "You know your problem, Feffrey. You're gonna be a failure." And then he took a big bite of the candy cane, and I said, "What do you mean?" And he says, "Oh, and that was it. That was the last thing he said to me. I think he was gonna say, "You're going to be great, Feffrey." That's what I think he was going to say if he didn't choke on that candy cane. Do people say, did you give him the candy cane? Of course I gave him the candy cane. Where else is he going to get a candy cane from except for from his brother who loved him? I gave him the candy cane, and then he choked on it, and he died. People weren't pleased with me for a while. I wasn't pleased with me. I don't know why they blame me for the actions of the candy cane. But they said, you put the bullet in the gun, Feffrey. You put it in. And I said, well, what do you mean? It's not a gun. It's a candy cane. And Mommy said, it doesn't matter, Feffrey. You killed your brother. Go away now. I said, all right, I'll go away, but I didn't. And then I, saw her at the funeral, and I tried to give her a candy cane, but she didn't. They don't eat candy canes. They think that I have sickness because I still eat candy canes all the time. They think there's something wrong with me. And maybe there is, but I think there's something wrong with everyone a little bit, isn't there? We're all a little different. Some people like candy canes. Some people like cheese sandwiches. Some people, like yours truly, Feffrey, loves both of them. One time, I thought, how can I combine my 2 favorite foods into one? Could I make a cheese candy cane sandwich? I took about 18 candy canes, full size. I opened them up, unwrapped them. It's very difficult to open a candy cane, but I opened up all those candy canes. I put them in a big baggie, and I stomped on them on the ground. Stomped on those candy canes, even though I love candy canes. So I stomped on them, and then I made a cheese sandwich with the bread and the cheese and that's it. And then I put it was a lot of crunched up candy canes. I kind of put them all over the cheese. And they kept falling off, so I put mayonnaise on top of that. And the mayonnaise and the mustard I poured on, it kind of kept it together in like a weird glob. It looked interesting. What I learned was that some foods don't necessarily need to be together. And 2 of those foods are cheese and candy canes. And I also learned that if I eat 18 candy canes, because I ate the whole sandwich, of course I did, you're not going to sleep for a few days. But they said that the sleeplessness isn't because of the candy canes in that case. It was because I was mayonnaise or episodes or something. Anyway, everything's fine now, and I shat all the sandwich out. So, and I have a bidet, so it wasn't that messy. Candy cane. I just wrote a little song there for you. Well, I guess that's the podcast that I have done. That's one of Jeff, episode 35. Jeff said, stupid Feffrey. Make sure you say episode 35, you stupid. And don't be chomping on candy canes the whole show. And I said, I'd never eat candy canes when I did the other podcast. Why would I eat them this time, Jeff? He says, because you're stupid and you can't help yourself, you stupid Feffrey. He said, remember the time you made that sandwich and shit your pants, ended up in the hospital? I said, yes, of course I remember that, Jeff. I appreciate you reminding me, though, because sometimes I forget things because the pills make my brain a little fuzzy. If candy canes grew like crops, I would be a candy cane farmer. I would grow them. I would get some candy cane seeds and I would plant them. And then I would grow the biggest candy canes anyone's ever seen. Thank you, people, for your hello, everything, and for you. You're like the nice people. You're not the bad people. Thank you for being the good people. And it's just going to keep being cold forever. Good night, everyone.
It's Feffrey.
Very good, Jeffrey.